Let's start recording. Perfect then. Hello and welcome to another episode of Who Are Concord Rangers as we enter just under 3 weeks to go until the 2020 Build-Based FA Trophy final at Wembley. And this week I'm joined by another club legend and a man who scored one of the most memorable goals I've ever seen at a game of football, and that is James White. Firstly, Whitey, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. Yeah, thanks for the intro. Hi, everyone.
So, all right. So we'll start off with this kind of same questions that everyone else has got before you. And if you were going to, what would be your most memorable Concord Rangers game?
I mean, there's been a few. I know everyone says that, but for me, it would be the promotion to Conference South against Lowestoft away. Fantastic day, fantastic build-up. To be honest, we had a tough game with Wilson in the semi-final, to be honest, and that was probably for us a bigger game and a bigger rivalry on that. But no, that day couldn't be matched, to be quite honest with you. And yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Still think about it now. Still on a chat with a lot of the boys from that day as well. So it's and fun enough, a few photos were flying around on that as well.
Would that be one of your most memorable days in football then, that Lowestoft game?
Yeah, 100%, definitely. Yeah, I've had some fantastic days at the clubs I've been at, but that was a real special one for me and the club, and my family's very close with Concord, and it was just brilliant. Everyone was there, and it's just I've never been so drunk on the way home on a coach, to be honest with you as well. So very, very cool day.
Sounds like a good day out. So moving on then, you obviously played with quite a few players and were managed by quite a few decent fellas too. Who would you say has been the most influential person in Concord Rangers at your time at the club?
I'll be honest, it's hard to pinpoint anyone, to be quite honest with you. Obviously, I'm going to say Dan Cowley from the managerial side. Fantastic person, fantastic coach. Tactically and from a man management point of view. But there's so many people else involved. You've got the players. You've got Jane, who just is incredible. Running the club. I absolutely love her to bits. She's fantastic. You got Anne. Really, really supportive chairman. Always got your back and always does right by you. But then you've got everyone from do the pitch, and I've seen the ground. Even transform from when I was there. And the progress they've made to everyone on the committee, so the Jackson, everyone like that. It's a massive group effort. If I'm going to call out one person, I think it's going to be Dan, right? And from where he is, and from what he's doing now, I'm really not surprised at all, to be quite frank.
You think then that the reason he's been so successful managerial-wise, Dan and Nicky, is because of the time they spent at Concord?
Well, I think they're grounded, right? I think they haven't been brought up in the luxuries of your Steven Gerrards and, Frank Lampards. And, I know we're going to talk about a bit of a different level here, but, they understand non-league, they understand the graft that goes into it, the hours that go into it, the limited resources versus professional clubs. And I think that's a massive part of someone that wants to have a well-rounded role. You're not just one person. You've got a director of football doing something, and you've got someone else doing this, someone else doing that. He's the scout, he's the manager, he's the coach, he's the, liaison between him and the committee and the chairman. He's everything. So I think bringing that into a professional game and a professional team, you've got, he's been there and done it all before, albeit not professionally, but I think that's definitely grounded him from where he is. And you see interviews now, it's exactly the same. Nothing's changed. So I wish him all the luck.
Before then we move on to questions kind of off football, and I mentioned it in the intro that one of the greatest goals I've ever seen at a game of football, an absolute screamer at Prince's Park. And obviously I'm going to get moaned at for mentioning Prince's Park because I go on about Dartford a fair bit at football at the minute. But that goal, is that maybe one of the highlights of your career, one of the greatest goals you've ever scored?
Yeah, I think it is. To be really honest with you, I mean, look, I was with Dartford and had some fantastic memories with Dartford. Probably divided in some camps from a fan's point of view, but with that goal and just sort of where we were as a club, Flan obviously the manager at the time, so he had history there as well, and it being the winner. It felt nice, to be quite honest with you. And to be honest, all three of those goals were fantastic. I think Was it Tom Bradbrook? I think he scored a good one. I think he turned Easter's inside out and put it top bins. And then Stevie Cooley scored a worldie as well. So yeah, it was a good day.
It was a good day, a good game for goals. Well, moving on then. If you were going to kind of give an Oxford Dictionary definition of Concord Rangers Football Club, what would it be?
Yeah, I saw you asked this for John. It was hard, wasn't it? This one. Not so dictionary. I think you have to put family club in there. You can't avoid those words. I think you've got to put sort of, I think it's just family, hard-working people. I think that's exactly what it is. I think you've got some, real special. It's quite a special environment when you're in and around it. But I can't really think of anything else that comes to mind. It's just very much, commitment, very much hard work, very much family orientated, and they want to win, and it's testament of them making it to the final at Wembley, which I'm very jealous of.
You mentioned it being kind of a unique club. What do you think makes it so unique to kind of other clubs you've played at and been involved with?
Well, I think, and not, I can't go against the clubs that I've played. I've played with some fantastic teams. At Dartford, at Canvey, even now where I'm at Bowers, and obviously with Concord as well. But I think it's testament that I've got a WhatsApp group with 8-9 of that squad, and that team that we still speak to, and we're actually going out next week. So I think it's it felt more of a friends environment. We really pulled together as a collective unit, right? And what I mean by that is, we're mates, right, across the board. Dan made it certainly as professional as possible, but he never wanted to steer us away from that environment. Because we had some fantastic players, during that time that have gone on to do some fantastic things. And yeah, I think that's probably the biggest part, really.
But finally, then, and before I can let you go vanish away into the night,
that's right.
If you were going to use 3 words to kind of describe Concord Rangers, what would they be and why?
I think committed. I think I've got to put family. I've put it in there. I've said it about 10 times. And I think and hard working. I appreciate they're probably more cliche ones, but it really is. It flows through the club. Hard work from the staff to, obviously the players and everyone involved. But I'd say they're the three main ones.
Perfect. And I've run out of questions, so we'll leave it there. James, thanks very much for catching up with me, and hopefully the next time you visit the club there'll be a nice FA trophy in a trophy cabinet somewhere.
Well, I hope so. Yeah, it'd be really, really nice, and I wish all the boys the best of luck. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers. See you later, guys. Thanks.